Hey guys, welcome to a fresh new episode of Prism. With a fresh new episode, I bring to you a fresh new look. I hope you guys notice my red highlights. Thank me later. Okay guys, so today we have a very special guest with us and her name is Deepa and she is the founder of A Myron World. She's going to be talking about Akashic records, and that's something a lot of people have been curious about. So yes, let's invite her in. Hitting invite. And a request. I'm waiting for her to join us. She'll be with us shortly. And if you have any questions, you can definitely ask us by the end. Hi, Deepa, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
All
Lovely to see
good.
you, Jay.
Likewise, same here. So please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so Delhi girl, born and brought up in Delhi, living with my family, two lovely girls. To sum it up till now, I've had a few years of my, years under my belt now. And to sum it up, I would say, from doing graduation in mathematics to running a creative craft enterprise of my own, from working with the IPL teams to actually sitting and working with women in the slums and training them
Whoa, that sounds
to,
like a crazy amount of experience.
yeah, and then working as CEO to finally, being the CEO to Chaprasi for my own enterprise. It's like, it's been a whole spectrum of experience. And,
All in one, yes.
yeah, all in one. But for, I think the biggest turn point for me has been from being a non-believer of destiny to actually believing in one, and also believing that I have the power to change it. I think
That is
I've really,
beautiful.
yeah, so that has
That is
been my,
really powerful. So tell us, how did you come across the term Akashic Records, and what was your first impression of it?
okay, so it was interesting. I mean, my spiritual journey began about 4 years back. And, it just, I know the universe conspired and I got to meet somebody really, really special. You know who I'm talking about. And she changed my life forever. She showed me a path which I wasn't aware of at all, and put me on a path of self-discovery. And about a year back, I had started seeing some very interesting visions of some symbols. And so this is in my, just before you get into deep sleep, you know that there is a phase and you can actually see the visions very clearly. So I just started seeing some symbols and matrix and it was beautiful. I mean, it was very vivid, I remember. And I reached out to Neelu, who's, my guide, and I said, what is this? Where is this coming from? What do I understand? And she said, it seems like there's some kind of a, you're maybe ready, or there's some kind of a knowledge that's trying to come to you, or, you're just ready for it. So why don't you try Akashic? So she was the one who suggested it, and I was like, okay, that's the first time I really thought about, oh, that I can maybe, see what this is. And I said, okay, let's just try and see. And I've never looked back, really.
So
It's been
how did
interesting.
this whole trying experience start, and what did you have in your mind that how is it going to look like? Is it going to be creepy? Are you going to like just knowing about yourself and your past births, or your like how? I mean, what did it feel like?
I think it was very, very intriguing, as a, so I always believe in a soul, and, we are all souls here. We are on our journeys. There have been past lives. So for me, Akashic record was like a window, Akashic reading was like a window to uh, all. So it's believed that you are what you are of, it's an amalgamation of everything that you've done in your past lives ever since your soul started the journey. So for me, it was like a window looking back into the past as well. I was curious and I was intrigued and I was very, very excited. And the best part is I got my answers to a lot of whys. Why this, why that, so
Well, if you
that
don't
is
mind, can
something.
you tell us what sort of whys and were they like prominent in your life? Did these answers help you?
Okay, so I mean, personally, if you ask me, since I'd already been, I was looking for answers, and that's all. Well, what all spirituality is all about, right? You start finding answers, you start finding yourself, and for me, it was a very beautiful, interesting result of Akashic reading. That you not just find out. For example, it aligned me to my purpose, soul purpose. So you have answers questions like what is your soul purpose, so you can find answers to that, and not just find answers to that but also align better to it, because it's a journey eventually, right? It's not just about knowing is about
Yeah.
50%, you'll get there, but what do you really do, how do you go about it, so things like that. So that's what it's really helped me.
Oh,
It's
that's
really helped
great.
me.
So when
Yeah.
you first were like, how did you first access it? And did you like read a book? How did you come across the technique? What was it like for you?
No, no. So I actually took proper sessions to learn Akashic reading, and then thereafter, I think the first reading was for me myself, and the kind of it was a beautiful experience, because the kind of visions you see for the first time. And see, there are always problems, right? You always have your own set of problems, but it's like you get into a spin of your own. So suddenly there were answers which were different from the usual, what my mind would cook up as solutions. So there were different directions, and that is what was really interesting. And then, of course, then you keep reading, you keep doing sessions with different people you meet, and I think any and every session teaches you more. So it's like so much of vast knowledge which is just waiting for you. It's just
That's
waiting for
great. That's
everybody.
amazing. So we have a question here, and the question is by Bitsy, and she asked, "How easy is it to access Akashic records?"
Okay, so hi Bitsy. It's actually very very. It's like you just, so be it any modality, it's as easy as any other modality, or it's just about getting connected to that that vast consciousness, universal consciousness, which is available to all of us. So just raise your vibrations and just connect and just enjoy. So
So,
for a
as in,
person,
do they have to meditate or like to open their crown chakra? And how
so
long
the
did it take
process,
you
no, the
to be
process
able
is
to, yes?
So the process is where you actually sit down. It, of course, you need to first meditate, balance all your chakras, because that's how you become a clear channel. So you just balance the chakras and become a clear channel, and gather all the love from Mother Earth, and just connect with the Creator, and you just connect with the masters who actually are keepers of these records. So you need to just intentionally just connect with them, and they are ready. They're just waiting for to give you downloads, to give you answers. So they're like, wait kar rahe hain, aa jao.
Oh, that's amazing. That sounds very encouraging. And here I have another question. So we basically have like a conception in our mind that Akashic library exists in an astral plane. So what is that like? And can you clear what is Akashic records exactly like for us all?
So, no, that's actually true. What's believed is that there are records for every soul for the complete journey. So for every action, so not just this lifetime, but the previous lifetimes also. Every action, every deed that you've done, and every thought, even the thoughts and intentions, whatever you've had, it's like a complete record of that. So karma, right? We believe in karma, so we understand what it is. So it's like everything. It's a storehouse of that, and it's like. And it also holds future possibilities. I say possibilities because, again, we believe that it's all about free will for every soul. There are various possibilities depending on what you choose, right? So those possibilities are also mentioned in the whole record for every soul, and it's not just limited to human beings. So there are records for animals, for birds, so it's quite amazing and vast.
That
And
is
these are actually
beautiful.
records, yeah. So when we access the records, we are actually accessing those that record book. So it depends on you how you would want to imagine it. So or how it comes to you. You can actually imagine it as a record book, or just as a maybe nowadays the new generation would like to access a supercomputer, Akashic Record supercomputer.
That sounds like a really
Yeah.
good example. It's like a supercomputer
Yes.
with
Yeah,
all
and it
records
works.
of past, present, and future.
And future.
So
So
basically it's like it has records of all the major events that have taken place, and not just the major events that involve different people, but also our personal lives. Like every life of every soul has been recorded in the Akashic records. Am I right about that?
yeah. So like I mentioned, there is a record of every life and what all you've done in that life, right? So what all actions, deeds, karmas that you've done, the thoughts you've had, the intentions you've had, the feelings you've had. So it is very, very intense. It's not something superficial. It goes very deep because that is what makes us what we are today. And that's
That's
the record
true.
that we have. So we can't run, right?
Yeah,
We
we
can't
cannot
run.
run. No way. We'll be
Yeah,
caught
but
by
but
someone who accesses the library.
yeah, but not to say it with that negative connotation, but it just sort of makes us aware of our actions and what repercussions it has. So once you're aware, it already you're on the path of becoming better version of yourself, right?
That's
So that's
true.
how it helps.
So, when we look at the Akashic records, when you looked at the Akashic records and your first two clients, can you please tell not just your first two clients, but have you had any interesting experiences with any of, just two interesting experiences that you would like to share with us here?
Yeah, so I'll share one reading without, of course, taking names and details.
Yeah, that's
There
completely
was
fine. Yes.
there is this lady who is so she is a typical mother-daughter. I mean, she came with a problem about her daughter, a teenage daughter, where there is rebellion, and she is being looked as a villain, and so the usual teenage scenario. I mean, what teenagers would go through.
Teenagers used to be rebels before.
Yeah, now it's even gone down to pre-teens. But anyways, so
Oh,
that's how it.
damn. Yeah.
Yeah. But what was interesting was that this girl has been adopted, so that she's not the biological daughter, and the girl was adopted, and the mother, very interestingly, right from her college days, she knew that she would want to adopt a child. She decided not to have her own child because she was very sure that she didn't want any kind of a friction between her adopted child and her own child, biological child. And she even married with she married got married to a sweetheart. And very, very clearly she had said, this is the condition, that please don't ask me to have a baby of my own. And so with so much of love, and so she actually she adopted the girl. The girl came into their lives, and but they were in a situation where the girl was there's so much of friction and push and pull, that the girl used to say that, why did you even adopt me? It had come to that stage where she used to be like, maybe had you left me on my own, I would have had a better life. So they reached a stage where it was, she just couldn't understand what was happening. Why is this happening in her life? And so I did a reading with her, and very, very interestingly, it led me to a past life. The message came where it was, the past life was where actually this lady and the daughter were real time, a mother and daughter. And there was, during floods, there was an accident, and where the daughter actually, who's a daughter in this lifetime as well, she got drowned in that whole flood. And uh, the dying thought was that, I've been let go and I've been abandoned. So she was so traumatized by that, and that's why this was the lifetime that she chose to come back to the same mother, because she had to learn that she had to get over that abandonment, that feeling of and that trauma, and then again feel loved. And the message that came for the mother was, or the lesson is, unconditional love. So that whole thing about I have adopted, so she should be grateful, and it can't come with that kind of feeling, and that she's coming from a bit of an ego situation here whenever she explained things to me. So the message that came to her was that just come, just give that the lesson is unconditional love. So reach out to your daughter, and believe me, I mean, what I've seen is, for any soul, it is very, very difficult to turn away from unconditional love. We get attracted to it like magnets. So that
That's
that
true.
is
Love is
something.
so strong. Love is the best feeling ever that
Exactly.
exists on this
Yes.
planet. So when
So
you
that
like, it's so interesting how you mentioned that her dying thought actually reflected on her latter birth. So I
yes,
presume the dying
yes.
thought of any human being, जब हम मर रहे होते हैं और जो हमारी last thought होती है, जो हम सोचते हैं, वो बहुत important है. तो मतलब आपको इसके बारे में, what are your views on this, and what's your outtake on this? That does this
So
affect our next birth?
oh, absolutely. So what again, what's believed is that this is our, we choose to again come back to earth. So based on what our lifetimes have been. So like, for example, you're living, and then you decide to go today, or you do leave the body. So the dying thoughts actually are where, there's a reel, you in a flash, it'll be like your life will go past, and you will see what is it that you've done, and what is it that you could have done better. So there will be some kind of thoughts where, oh my God, I could have done this better. Or, maybe this was wrong, or there's some kind of remorse or anger, and still anger or hurt or guilt or whatever. So that is what ties us back to this continuation of, फिर से जन्म हो रहा है, फिर से आ रहे हैं, फिर से जा रहे हैं, that whole cycle. So it is very, that's why, I mean, if you listen to everybody, and if you read Gita, and all the scriptures and everything, they just say that just keep आप बस भगवान का नाम जपते रहो, so that even when you're dying, you just think about God, you don't have
Yes.
those feelings, and so that you go and connect straight to the creator. I mean, so that's the ultimate goal, but we'll all get there
That is
eventually.
so, yeah, that is very important. What we think before we leave our body is very important. So, does this, so we have something called the Sushumna Nadi in our, like, hardcore meditators know about this, and a lot of people have now discovered about it. It's become a very common concept. Is this somehow, it's basically the nadi that flows near our backbone and connects us to all our spiritual being, guys, for those of you who don't know. So does this nadi have anything to do with akashic, accessing akashic records, Deepa?
So, I mean, when we've been taught this, there's not, we weren't told to directly correlate this, but I'm sure there is a connection. Like, because as I mentioned, whenever you get into the realm, and that supreme consciousness, it's all about, first you're balancing all your chakras. So when you're balancing all your chakras, you're actually, again, it's the Sushumna Nadi with the where the prana travels and the energy flows. So that whole, it has to be balanced, right? So it's definitely connected, and eventually, I think all kind of modalities, everything, it talks about the same thing. There are just slight different
Yeah.
definitions and changes, but everything believes in your body becomes a channel. It will be a channel if your vibrations are higher. Your vibrations are higher only when the chakras are balanced.
That
So
is
it
so
just
true. That is so, so true. Also, when we're, so you must be doing a lot of Akashic readings for people. So, in your experience, for all the beginners, they get really curious कि अच्छा उसकी जिंदगी में क्या हो रहा है, क्यों हो रहा है. तो, is it, मतलब, without the second person's permission, is it possible to be able to access their, is it right to access their Akashic records? Or do we
no,
require
no.
permission?
No, absolutely. Permissions are required, and it's like you cannot. suddenly think, oh my God, वो मेरी neighbor के उसमें क्या life में क्या हो रहा है, मैं जरा चलो, let me check it out. Or, no, you can't do that. You have to
Yeah.
maintain sanctity. And so the thing is, consider it as like a bank locker, right? You cannot
Hmm.
access it without, so there are two keys. So one you have, and the other is the access key of the person whose record is there or whose locker is there. So you both have to do it together. So with the permission. And in fact, it's so much so that if there are families and somebody, like for example, when the mother had come and she wanted to know about her daughter, I cannot access the daughter's records, but because they have had lifetimes together, through her mother's record, the answers of the daughter's lifetimes and messages come. It's because of
Hmm.
the connection. But if I directly want to go and access her records, I will need her permission.
So I
And
think
that also.
parental permission is important for, like, as well, if we don't have the person physically with around us.
Yeah, so one is you can't open records of people who are no longer in the physical plane. One is that aspect. The second is if people are not there. For small children, it comes directly because there's a lot of attachment and connection with the mother. So through the mother, the children's records. I mean, a lot of information flows in: messages, guidance, information, direction. The universe really tries to help. But for adults, it is the permission is required.
I see. So when, suppose if you were to do a reading for me and my brother and our Akashic record, do we have to be there in physical in front of you, or can it be done just by mind?
No,
Like, is
no,
it
no, no.
important?
No. So this is just, it's at the end of the day, again, it's all energy and connection. So the moment one needs to just connect to the energy. So if I'm doing it for you, I'll connect with your energy, with your permission. And that'll also give me answers to, whatever's connected between you and your brother. But if you ask me something which is like not related to you about your brother's life, then I would need his permission to get into it. So, but if any answer, but these are not hard and set rules because I feel universe is amazing, and when you get connected to that supreme consciousness, if there is a message which is important for your brother, it will come. So it might
Hmm.
come through, if I'm connecting to you, or if it might come through someone else, even if we are not asking that question. At times, there are like, you're sitting, you're asking something, and it's like, the message is just shut up. No, 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 focus on this thing. Don't, this is not that important. So you're like, okay. There are times when people say that, I don't want to, if I'm doing a reading for somebody, that I don't want to talk about it. But the message is like, so strong. I'm sorry, but this is what has to be talked about because it's, there's some kind of an answer that's coming to you.
It's
So
a part to the puzzle, basically.
yeah. It's just amazingly the way the dots connect. So that's why I'm saying it's like, the universe really reaches out. You're just the channel that the universe is trying to send all messages
Do our
and there's
spirit guides do our spirit guides have any hand in this? Can they help or contribute? And if yes, how can we get them to?
I think Jayshree, it's the whole universe which sort of moves around, right? Helping each and every soul. So there's not a single soul which is left alone to fend for oneself until unless that soul chooses to. And when I'm saying the universe conspires, which means the masters, the angels, the spirit guides, everybody will work around you. So all that's required is you just need to reach out and ask. That's all that they wait for because they wait for you to ask. That's because it's free will at the end of the day. It shows your intention that you need that help. You want that answer. You are ready to receive it.
That is beautiful. That is really good. And how we have so many people involved in this, that's good to know. It's very empowering to know. And so when we're reaching out to the Akashic Library, do we need to have a safe connection? And is there anything related with the connection of it, or how does that work?
You mean the person who's accessing it for you, or
Yes. So not the person, yeah, in general, the person who's doing it. Like, suppose if you've been doing it, do we need a safe access, or is it something that's like you just access it through the mind, and how does that work?
No, no, it's never the mind, because the whole idea is, like I mentioned, you need to be a very clear channel, because the moment the mind steps in, that's where the confusion begins, right? So, for example, I'll just tell you, there was this friend of mine, and there was something going on in her life. And as a friend, I was, just giving her, you tend to give your advice and you say, okay, no, no, you should do this. No, no, okay, you should do that. And all. So I was giving her based on my understanding of life. And I was trying to give her some advice. I said, okay, no, let's find the answers, let's do the reading and let's see, because it was like really, really important for her.
It would definitely be a privilege to have you as friend, Deepa. Very interesting.
Oh, most welcome. Anytime. I would love to do that. I would love to
So
do
you were
that for
saying
you.
about your friend.
Yes, yes. So she asked. I mean, we just searched in her records, asked for guidance, and the guidance was exactly opposite of what I was, giving it to, what advice I was giving to her through my mind and my understanding. So the message was completely different. So I was like, oh God, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that. But the message is, because the universe has a plan. So it was like, you don't need to do it this way, let it be this way. So there are very clear directions, there are very clear guidance, and there's very clear guidance as to what is to be done. So, and the channel has to be.
Were you surprised from within? Because before, I mean, your conscious mind had a different message for her, but your subconscious mind had a different guidance for her. Were you surprised, and like, how did you?
Yeah, I was, like I said, I was like, oh God, I'm sorry. And because from my worldly mind, I understand it this way. But there's so much more to life than just the 3D plane that we see around us, right? So this Akashic Records just gives us that perspective of, we become a witness to what's happening in the 3D plane with a much more understanding of the whole vastness, and what we are part of. And the kind of power we have is amazing.
That's true.
And
So,
you can't let your mind or your ego or whatever interfere. That's rule number one. Right?
that's true. That's so true. So we have a question by Subham Dash, and he's asking, can we access the Akashic records for future, or is it just limited to the past only?
So Shubham, right?
Yeah,
There,
Subham.
so we are, like I said, Akashic Records also has your a record of future possibilities. The pathway that you've chosen, you've come here, the kind of possibilities. But it's all based on what you do in future is based on what decisions you take. So it's best to take it as guidance, but not as a set rule that this is how it will happen. If, come what may. That's never the case. It is always based on the decisions you take. So you can get answers, but those are mostly guidances. You get those, get it as a guidance, right?
Also, Deepa, when you first started reading Akashic records, so did you have any, is it easy, like, or does it take time to actually interpret the messages you're receiving?
So initially, one needs to really, it was a very beautiful experience, right? Because when you start experiencing it, it's like, suddenly and everybody there are different ways of how one connects to the supreme consciousness, right? I mean, there's vision, you can hear something, or you can feel something, or all the clear, this thing, abilities, right? Clairvoyance, clairsentient, but it's about understanding how the messages are coming to you. So for me, I mean, I can talk about myself. It was very interesting. The first time I did my own record reading, I had some questions. I was going round and round in circles, and I was like, okay, now please, I need answers for this, please. So I got some messages just in form of words, which came as thoughts, and those words were so different from what I had been, the solutions that I used to find. I never got those words myself. So I knew this is something which is coming from beyond just my mind. So that's how. And then slowly, when I started doing it with people for them with, their Akashic reading sessions, I started even getting visions. It was visions of if there are something that's troubling them in this lifetime, if it's connected to a past life. So past lifetime would always come as a vision to me. The messages, the lessons, the soul contracts, those will come as words or thoughts, and how to interpret them would be, through the feelings that I get. So at times it's interesting because when I do the sessions, I will just sit with my eyes closed, and because this is such a big story going on in my head, and because otherwise I am not a storyteller at all, which is very interesting.
Yeah, you
Even though
told
I
me.
have two little girls, but I was like, oh my God, the kind of visions that start coming in, and the kind of the past life visions are very, very amazing and powerful. So
Also,
that's
has the having basically a connection to the Akashic records, has it benefited you in any way? And has that reflected on your life?
Oh yes, I mean, so it's like, imagine, um, it's like an anchor. It's given me an anchor in my life, right? For me, it's been when you get troubled and you try and find your whys, you try and find your answers, because everybody has that, right? Either there'll be issues about some relationships, there will be some blocks, there will be some kind of agitation or whatever with respect to your job, or there will be career issues, there will be financial issues, there will be health issues, right? These are the things which we sort of dabble with and fight, in our lives. Everybody has a different fight going on. Everybody has a different challenge going on. So it just helps you connect to that, understand that better. And how is it that you can go around it, go through it, go around it, what's the best for you? So that's the guidance that comes to you. And what better than finding your whys yourself, right? You need to find your answers instead of
Yeah.
just being rudderless and running around like a headless chicken.
That's so true. So, does this help us also find out more about our soul purpose?
Absolutely. In fact, so if you're aligned and if you're wanting to, if that question is already there, you want to know about it, then the universe will get to you through whatever way. So, and Akashic Records, definitely, it's helped me. And that's one of the most asked questions, really. What's my purpose? What am I here for? What's my, soul's purpose? So, and I mentioned, right, that not just finding out what, but also how. So, how can I be on that path? How can I ensure that I follow it to in the best way possible? Right? Maximize what I need to do in this lifetime. It helps.
Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us, Deepa. Do you have any final message that you would like to share with our audience? And also, before you share your message, I would like to ask everyone if you have any questions, you can leave it through the comments, or you can just use the question option just to post a question that you have in your mind. Okay, so Deepa, your final message.
Oh, the final message is just believe in yourself. Believe that one is, I think, what is very empowering is through Akashic reading, I've and for that matter, any modality, it's like you get your power, your own power back. It's like and it's about believing. There'll be many things, people around you who might not believe in, you know they might question, but you have to connect with your inner self, and you will know what is right and what is what that the universe is there and helping you out. So just believe in yourself, go with what you feel. Don't get swayed by anything, even your mind. So not just people around, even your mind.
Our mind is a very nasty person, trust me.
Yeah, it's a very naughty monkey.
Thank you
How
so,
we,
so, so much,
yeah.
Deepa. Guys, if you have any questions, you can post it now and we'll answer them. So there's a question from Sanjeev. Sajeev, yes. Is accessing the Akashic records and trying to find our lessons like cheating the power that has kept it hidden?
Kept it hidden, as in as a technique or as a modality?
As in, just the, like literally, if you're sitting in an exam and we found out all the answers, is that like cheating, basically? Like,
Oh, no. No, so what's interesting is you might have a question and you might ask the universe, but the universe knows what's best for you. So the answers that will come to you are in accordance to what's the best for you. So it's, you are trying to say, okay, I would like to cheat and I would like to get that answer, but the universe knows what's best. It will not give you those answers. It'll just give you the right guidance that you need at that time for your life, for living it in the best way possible.
that is so, yeah, that's so relatable. We have
Yeah.
another question from Yashovi, and she asks, how does one bring that focus back when your mind starts wavering?
Okay, so the easiest is not to fight it, Yash. Don't fight it. Just let it come, accept it, let it go. It'll come, it'll go, slowly it'll stop bothering you. So eventually, by practice, you'll get there. But just be easy, don't fight it.
Yeah, we just have to go with the flow of whatever is coming to
Yeah.
us.
Yes.
That is beautiful. Guys, if you have any more questions, you can directly reach out to Deepa. She also does Akashic readings, personal readings for people. You can get connected with her to know more about your life purpose and everything in your life. Okay, so there's another question, and it says, so there's another question that says, can we access Akashic records from astral projection?
That's an interesting question. So, I mean, I have never tried that. And astral projection, I mean, for me, I keep it very simple, Rishabh. So my experimentations has mostly been trying to really understand the real, connect and be a clear channel. So, I mean, if I can access it from this plane, I haven't, why do I need to go to any other plane? I don't know.
Yeah, that is so true. I mean, if we
I
have all
get
the
my
knowledge
answers. So,
here,
yeah,
why?
I mean,
That is so true, yeah.
yeah, there's so
Okay,
much in life,
guys.
to do.
Yes,
Right?
that is true. That's there. So, guys, we have a lot more questions flowing in, and we're running over time. We literally have. It's so beautiful how everybody's so overwhelmed and intrigued by this topic and want to know more from you, Deepa. That's great. You guys can connect directly with her.
Yes, please do ask me any question. Yeah.
I have attached her Instagram handle in the post, and they'll be attached in the stories as well. She also has a brand called Amiran World, and they sell toys for pets and for kids and for adults and decoratives. So please have a look at that. They're very beautiful. Last but not the least, she also makes personalized toys, like miniatures of people. So head to her page,
Ah,
and yeah, if you guys have custom orders
yeah,
for
I have.
Raksha Bandhan, go give
Oh
it,
yeah,
go give it to her. Yeah.
I have one here. You can see that's a little Buddha because it's
That
all
is
about Akashic reading and meditation and everything. So that's a little Buddha.
the
That's
perfect
very
being
cool.
to be around. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Deepa. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day. Thank you all for joining
Thank
us.
you.
And see
Thank
you guys
you.
again next Saturday.
Sure. And
Bye.
any questions, please just put that to me. I'll be happy to answer if I can.
That's perfect. Thank you. Bye.
Thank
See you
you.
all.
Bye
Have a
bye.
lovely evening.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Thank you, Deepa, for being here with us. Bye.
Pleasure. Bye.
Bye.